We do not have God. God has us. Hey, welcome back to the podcast. Hope you're doing all right wherever you may be at. Today we're going to just kind of just chill out, lounge, and talk a little bit about our little series that we've been on for the last couple of episodes about more. And we're going to just kind of wrap this up in a couple of easy episodes here and all. And I just wanted to say this podcast is kind of tricky to do because I don't never know when I'm going to have time to do it. And that's why it kind of gets a little bit different for us and all. So, but anyways, we're going to be talking about more is more, and we're going to be kind of wrapping up our little series about more and all. So I hope you enjoy this little episode. This episode is not going to be very long due to the contents of this podcast, but today we're going to be talking about more. So ready? Here we go. More is more. If we have more time to do what we want, we should have time for God. God is the same today as he will be forever. We will be the ones who change, but we won't see it. If we want more of God, and we say we want more of God, we have to be the ones that give our time to God so he can invest in us. See, if we want more time for God, God gives us everything we need in this Christian life. For us to not see that, we are foolish. That's just the thing. We need to take up our cross so he will fight for us. And when he does, we need to show his love. The key is knowing God is the best thing we will ever do in this life. But knowing God will be not easy, nor will it be fun to know the bad, evil things that the enemy will try. But if we let God do God and let God take care of all of the battles, we will win the battles through God. And that's just the simple, easy truth about this little episode here. That's just to wrap up more about more. And so we're going to figure out what we're going to be talking about next week on the podcast and find out how more time we can do for God, I guess. I don't know. We're going to figure out what we can do on the next mini series on the podcast, and we'll be back with another episode for you. Hey, by the way, if you like podcasts and you listen to Spotify, you like a little if you like a playlist, if you like playlists and stuff, we're putting together a playlist. It's kind of like a little radio style. So we took a podcast and we made little clips, like interruptions, like on the radio, but it's all based off of Christian stuff and Christian music, and it'll be on the we'll share a link to that in the description of this episode of the podcast, and you can hear the podcast episode. It's going to also include some of these podcast episodes in the podcast, in the little playlist there, and I want to kind of just keep this up to date as we go on and see what we can do with it. It might turn into a natural radio station over on Heart Radio, something like that. We'll see, but let's try to get it figured out, and let's see how well it does for us here on the Spotify. Thank you for listening to this episode of the podcast, and y'all have a wonderful day. God bless you all.